You wanna know how it smells?
Welcome to the Taj News Network.
Taj News.
We're coming at you with some news, I think. Or is it just drama?
It's drama.
It's drama.
But I don't know.
You guys might know by the title, or you might know
by the
bean dip. You might know,
Cheetos.
you might know, you might know.
What I love about this whole thing is that this girl is really not even that famous. Like, she doesn't have even 1 million followers yet on TikTok, which, no hate, because I don't either. I'm just saying, it's a thing, you know?
I don't know nothing about this, so Tara's filling me in with the news.
I actually have never seen her real account, and I've never seen her actual, like, live. I've only ever seen clips. That's where I learned all of my information. So, the number one thing we know about Trevino is her go-to snack is bean dip and hot Cheetos. And we know Santos said the room smells. So it does not smell well, guys.
Oh, so that's where that comes from.
You wanna know how it smells? At Santos. You know it smells well. This is her breakfast. She drinks, she eats.
But it doesn't smell well?
Well, if you're eating hot Cheetos and bean dip on the reg.
Right, you gotta eat pineapple. That's the key.
He knows too much.
Talk about inflammation. Do you realize how inflamed you're gonna get if you're constantly eating this?
That booty hole gonna be screaming.
Wait, so Santos and her are lovers?
They were. But okay, here's where it gets...
Wait, are they?
Here's where it gets juicy.
Okay.
He was 19, lied, said he's 23, she's 35. She has daughters like close to like 16, so.
Wait, so he's 20,
no, he's 19. I think she was playing a little bit of like, well, I'm just gonna pretend like I believe him, even though she kind of knew he was younger, because of the fact that she had to buy all his alcohol and stuff for him.
Oh.
I don't know exactly what excuse he gave for not being able to get his own alcohol. I mean, 19, isn't that a teenager? That's a teenager in my book.
That's 19.
Yeah,
I'm 19
I mean, yes,
old.
it gets better. So Santos is done. He has washed his hands of Ash, the drama, they've had drama, whatever, we don't need to get into all that, everybody already knows.
Okay.
Now, she moves on to this new guy, his name is Max. And he's been a super fan of her, watching her lives, commenting, chatting, but he wants to keep it private, right? But she wants to blast him. She wants to do a hard, what do they call it? A hard launch.
A hard launch of
and be like, this is
them,
my relationship, this is my guy.
Okay.
So they do that.
So Max is hiding another girl.
No.
No? Okay.
We think Max might be hiding another boy. Oh, that's a whole other subject.
So he's gay, or he's bi.
Yeah.
He's bi.
But that's the rumor. That's the rumor. He's never openly admitted that, but that's the rumor. Because she said she like threw it at him and he denied it. But they never met in person.
Okay.
So they never met in person.
I mean,
they're talking about marriage. They're talking about how their wedding would be.
How old is he?
I don't know for sure, but young. And apparently he's rich, has money.
Well,
he's not in it for her money and her clout.
So if
he's in it,
so he's
because he really likes her.
Probably not.
Now,
I mean, if she threw it at him and he wasn't taking it.
But they never met in person. Listen, she's married this whole time to a guy in jail. She loves inmates. She loves prisoners. She loves being married to them. I'm gonna need me some jalapeno cheddar and a hot Cheeto for this.
Who is this woman?
Right.
And why does she choose the bean dip over jalapeno cheddar?
She's been doing TikTok since 2021, okay?
Way better.
I know, it is way better. She's been doing TikTok since 2021.
Okay.
And there's this really bad TikTok. I'll show you it, but I don't know if I want to air it because it's pretty... She's known for doing racial slurs against her own race. She's Mexican, okay? So this clip I'm gonna play was like old. It's before she became famous, okay?
Okay.
This was like 2021 era. And she's talking to her daughter in this clip.
Yeah. You're mean. You know what you are?
You're a bunny.
Yeah.
She's just really rude to her daughter sometimes, and that was just one example of why people don't like her, is my point. A lot of people don't like her because of this reason. Now, all of this is leading up to she goes on to this famous podcast, which she's very excited about. This girl has like 9 million followers. The podcast she's going to go on. Her name is Camilla. She's a TikToker. She does OnlyFans. She's super rich, super famous. She has 9 million followers on TikTok.
And she's super rich.
And she does a podcast, yes. She has money.
And she's in the Bop House.
She runs the Bop House.
I've never seen these Bop House girls.
So I've never seen them on my FYP. I only saw them when Ash went there. And she took her daughters there to the Bop House. Her teenagers to the Bop House.
Wait,
Like,
are they doing OnlyFans content in the house?
We don't know. Who knows what goes on behind closed doors?
Okay. Well, Taj
You don't
News
know.
doesn't approve of that.
No, we don't condone or approve of Bop.
She should not be
Bopping.
taking her children to the Bop House.
Trevino and her daughters go to the Bop House. Camilla's there, which nobody really says Camilla is like the jefa of, you know what jefa means? The boss. Jefa means boss in Spanish.
Okay.
So nobody really says like that Camilla is the boss of the Bop House, but she is. It's very obvious.
Because she has like what, the most followers?
The most followers, she like helps the girls, blah 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 blah.
And when she says help
It's-
the girls, she like means help the girls to be more of a
To be
bop.
more famous, to get famous, but for doing bop-like activities. According to Ash Trevino, she gets sold on the subject of like, she's getting basically treated like royalty, a celebrity. They fly her out. They pay for her room at the Ritz-Carlton. Camilla does. What?
No, nothing.
Camilla does. And once she gets there, the podcast gets titled Worst Mom in America. And all she does the whole time is call her out for all her faults. Moments from Ash Trevino's podcast, okay?
Okay, twice. With a 19. Did Santo sleep with you?
So, yes, we have done stuff.
Okay, twice. With a 19-year-old boy.
I didn't know he was 19 at the time.
So this is before you knew.
Yes.
Claimed before you knew.
Literally, like, we did it twice, and it was literally before Christmas.
Do you have beds?
No.
And that's Camilla.
You think that maybe sometimes
She
she
is.
can exploit situations to
Yes.
get views?
I'm gonna be
That's
really-
Ash's daughter.
No, yeah.
She just said yes.
You said send the galaxy to know about my baby girl's health when I was in the hospital.
That's because, that was like a while back, though. I'm sorry to the Mexicans, okay? I will never use that.
Hispanic community.
Oh, the Hispanic community. I will never use that word again or any racial slurs towards y'all.
He's 23.
Okay,
Ashley.
but still.
Honestly, sometimes I feel like it's weird for like girls to go for younger guys. It's weird for my mom. She's 36.
We're gonna play part 1 of the podcast so Jessie has a better idea.
Ash, Trevino, and her beautiful children are here today. Are you excited to be here?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you guys nervous? I would be too, to be honest. Okay, so I want this to be like free flowing. I want to give you opportunity to talk. Tell me about yourself. Tell me about your family. Give me the rundown. How did you get into TikTok and how did you start social media? Give me the backstory. Who is Ash Trevino?
So I first started actually my TikTok back in 2019. Nobody
Okay,
ever.
pre-COVID.
Yeah, they don't know that. But I was actually a prison wife. So yeah, that's why they call me the inmate hopper.
You like them felons?
Yeah, I mean I've been with them up until this year. So yeah, why? I don't know. It was
You don't think
just
about going on Hinge, Tinder?
so now. Actually, I do have a guy that I talk to that is free.
Oh, period.
Yes.
You're a little freaking.
Yes, and I met him on TikTok.
I think they have something to say. Go ahead. Oh. So what? So how did you guys start? Did you start because your mom went?
No, I had Musical.ly.
Oh, period. Okay.
So then I had it ever since that.
So you started TikTok because of Musical.ly.
Yeah.
So you do like little lip sync videos, little dances.
Yeah.
Okay. And you?
I got it after Haley in like 2020 or 2021.
And when did you start to notice like a difference in like, okay, I'm doing like there's a difference like I'm making a couple TikToks for fun and then actually doing social media and things like that. Is it when your mom started going online? Oh, okay. So it's kind of like mom started it, you guys followed.
Mhm.
Okay. And how's that journey been for you guys? Have you guys been recognized any
Yeah.
in public? Just you guys, or are you with your mom, or?
Just me. Once I got recognized by myself. I was in a store. And someone asked me if I was Trevino's daughter, and I said yeah. And she was like, "Can I take a picture with you?"
Oh,
and
weird.
so I took a picture with the girl. She was like my age, so I took
Right.
a picture with her. So yeah,
How does that feel?
it was scary because I was like away from my family because I wasn't with my mom. I was with my grandma and grandpa and my sister, and I wasn't with them, so I was by myself shopping. And because it was her and her mom, so I got scared. But I ended up taking the picture, and then that's when my TikTok started blowing up more.
Really?
Because I only had like 50,000 followers. It wasn't that much compared to me now. So
Congrats
yeah.
on almost being at 1 million.
Thank
I
you.
clocked it. I clocked it. So, what would you say is? Come be honest, like, girl, you be causing the motherfucking wrecks. I literally was on live, and the whole thing, like me finding out about you, I kind of heard like Trevino. I'm like, okay, but I was on a different side of TikTok, and so this all started happening when I was watching. I don't know if you know 2K. King Stan.
I've heard of him.
So 2K, I watched him when he was a barber, and then it kind of trickled down to Brianna, and then I was like, oh, Brianna's hanging out with Ash, like what's going on? And then it like was a whole train fucking wreck of, loophole.
Yeah.
Like I fell down a black hole, right? Like it was like, holy cannoli. For me, I feel like maybe when you're on live, right, you're basically talking to yourself, if we're being honest. Like, so I want to give you an opportunity to have like a conversation. How are you dealing with all of this controversy? Like, what goes through your head when people are like, oh, she's a bad mother? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what happens?
So, like, I try to tell everybody, but of course, you know, I'm always going to be the villain in their book. You know, they've already got this persona that they have of me, and that's just who I am to them.
I don't know.
I think that this Camila girl feels very opinionated about the kids' situation. I don't know. The Ash girl and her children, I feel bad for the kids. I feel like they just shouldn't really have been
on that podcast.
on the podcast.
Yeah.
She's trying to probably make a living off of social
Well,
media.
that was the thing,
so-
is like, this is what's going on, is now she's sharing all of her private information for essentially views, because, you know, it's what gets the views. People want to know the nitty gritty, the details.
they
like,
do, yeah.
So I do feel like she's not that outside of the norm as far as like a person goes. There's a lot of people living a life how she lives it, but
Right. And
Yeah.
they might all be doing it just for
they're,
a show.
I wonder, like sometimes I wonder if they're all in on it, you know, because like Ash has like friends with other people online, and I feel like they all know what they're doing, you know?
So the
that's
drama
smart.
is that the Bop House girl titled that video that way.
Yes.
And so now Ash is mad at her.
Yes, for doing that, and now they're going back and forth making videos about each other, and